As the House Oversight Committee continues their investigation of Biden, evidence continues to emerge revealing just how deep and wide the corruption goes. Hello, I'm Mike Huckabee with your November 15th edition of The Breakdown. If you get to the end of this video and you find it informative, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel with the subscribe button below, and then be sure to click the notification bell. Well, I'm happy to report that the Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer's issuance of subpoenas in the Joe Biden financial case has gone to a very aggressive level. They're in the next phase of the investigation. Miranda Devine, who broke the original Hunter laptop story in the New York Post ahead of the 2020 election, but got her story suppressed, she appeared with Maria Bartiromo to break down the latest, saying that the Joe Biden family, they know that Comer has the goods on them.
This is why you see Hunter Biden's lawyer panicking, writing to the Speaker, Mike Johnson, and saying, call your dogs off. This is why you're seeing hit jobs on James Comer spreading out through the so-called prestige media.
Chairman Comer has his sights set on one of the president's donors, a wealthy Delaware car dealer who just happens to be a Ukrainian and has a lot of interest in Ukraine that are being protected by American weapons. Devine explained that the Democrats' persistent denial of the Biden's wrongdoing is because there were a lot of people compromised by the fact that they've covered up for the Biden family. That includes officials in the DOJ, the FBI, and the CIA who ignored, buried, and suppressed the evidence. Well, she should know a lot about that. On a similar note, why in the world is the filthy rich Hollywood entertainment lawyer and producer Kevin Morris acting like sugar brother to Hunter Biden? He paid off Hunter's roughly $2 million tax bill. He's covering $20,000 a month in rent on a Malibu beach house, and he footed the bill for his reported $1 million a month in legal fees to feed a team of hungry attorneys. That same mystery has been messing with Jim Jordan's mind as well. The chairman of the House Judiciary Committee brought up Morris's name this weekend on Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo.
Had these additional subpoenas that went out this past week to Hunter Biden, to James Biden, to Eric Schwerin. I want to talk to Kevin Morris. I want to talk to the guy who paid Hunter Biden's taxes, just come out of nowhere, paid all this tax burden that Hunter Biden had. I think there's a number of people we need to talk to. We will continue to do that.
He didn't mention all the other astronomical bills that continue mounting in the wake of this human money pit. The problem is, as you may have caught there in Jordan's statement, is that a subpoena hasn't been issued yet for Kevin Morris. So why not? Considering what he's doing, he needs to be questioned rigorously. Well, there's likely very good reason he hasn't been called to testify yet. It may be that the committee is still awaiting bank records having to do with his payments. The drawn-out procedure for obtaining bank records is what had held up the subpoenas that were finally issued for Hunter, James Biden, and business associate Rob Walker, among others. When Maria Bartiromo asked Jordan if the Justice Department might be able to interfere with subpoenas and keep those people from coming in and talking on the record, he said he didn't think so.
Everyone else has come forward. We've now, in Judiciary Committee, we've deposed 7 different people who were involved in the investigation of Hunter Biden. I think they will come forward, and we will get that information. So I do. Even Abby Lowell said he expects Hunter Biden at some point to come tell his story, I think was the words that Hunter Biden's lawyer used.
Hunter's attorney did qualify this by saying, at the right time, which I guess is sometime in 2035. Hunter can't discuss these matters and plead the fifth, so we'll see. Hunter calls this investigation another political stunt. Karine Jean-Pierre furthers that the impression that she has is that continuing to just lie about it, saying, oh, there's no evidence that's been turned up.
The House Oversight Committee has issued subpoenas for Hunter Biden, James Biden, and Biden family business associate Rob Walker. Do you have a comment on that?
This is an investigation that has been going on for a year now and has turned up zero evidence.
Well, if you still need convincing that that claim is just not absurd only, but it's an outright lie, you've been living under the rock of MSNBC. If Hunter plays on his addiction, and no doubt he will, and he claims that he just can't remember anything from that time, his story will still be told by financial records and other people's testimony. Jordan said that the crux of the matter is going to be the Burisma income to Hunter Biden. The importance of that really just boils down to 4 central facts. Number 1, Hunter gets put on the board of Burisma Holdings, and he's paid about $83,000 a month. Number 2, he's got no qualifications at all to be on the board of a Ukrainian energy company. Number 3, he's asked by Burisma executives to weigh in with D.C. to take the pressure off the investigation that they're under. And number 4, 5 days later, Vice President Biden flies to Ukraine and starts the process to get the Ukrainian prosecutor fired. And he used our tax money for leverage, threatening to withhold money that had already been approved by Congress. So a related scandal implicates our own Justice Department in its effort to sweep this under the rug, Jordan said. When the IRS and FBI were investigating Hunter's taxes, they let the statute of limitations run out for the key tax years of 2014 and 2015 when Hunter received his Burisma income. Because as Jordan said, they didn't want to get back into this issue and Joe Biden's actions that benefited his family. As Hunter's former business partner, Devin Archer, told the committee, Joe's family had been making money off the brand. Now, the brand, that's what they were selling. This is what a quid pro quo looks like. It's what bribery looks like. There have been other quid pro quos as well, such as Joe's action on his first day in office to end the China initiative, which had been intended as a crackdown on China's spying and theft of intellectual property. But money connections are very difficult to prove in court, even if they seem obvious. There might have been multiple quid pro quos, but all Congress needs for their impeachment inquiry is one. So expect the Judiciary Committee to focus on Ukraine as Joe Biden's actions to quash the Burisma Holdings investigation while his son was raking in money. And that seems relatively easy to put together. Jim Jordan said they expect to get the depositions done during November and December, and then decide early next year whether the actual evidence warrants going to articles of impeachment. Now, unless they're doing this as a purely political stunt like the Democrats when they impeached President Trump, they did it twice, the weight of the evidence needs to be so overwhelming that when the Democrat-controlled Senate inevitably rejects the articles of impeachment, the American people will see that act for the partisan act that it is. They can only help us get our country back from the corrupt elite. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, help us get to 1 million subscribers by subscribing to the channel below, leaving a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments section. Catch the Live with Mike live stream this Friday. I'll be covering more of the news of the week, and you can ask me anything you want. And if you'd like more of my news analysis and commentary, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at MikeHuckabee.com. It's totally free. That'll do it for this edition of The Breakdown. I'm Mike Huckabee.